And welcome back, everybody. So first off, before I forget how to do this, I figured out how to get onto that platform. Second, I had to replay through the game quite a bit in order to get back to where we are, because if any of you pay attention to our Facebook account, the the last 4 episodes we had recorded got screwed up. Like, the video was doing that weird thing that things do. It was, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Video tearing?
Nope.
Make it. No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Got the distance.
It's got some distance. It was doing some video tearing. The audio was lagging and going back and forth. Yeah, it was quite a ride. Goddamn. So I had to replay from partially the beginning. I think from Beastmaker. No, we're in Beastmakers. From Peacekeepers. I had to play from early Peacekeepers because I had a save file.
See, I'm never gonna remember the fucking levels.
I only remember the levels from this game, more or less. So I happened to have a file that was already there, so I played through the game this morning to get back to here. I think I got 1 extra gem from this platform over here by accident, but I mean, shut up, right?
You notice that whenever you say this morning, you always just say this morning.
This morning.
This morning.
It's one word.
This morning.
It's a single word. But yeah, aside from that, we're back where we were. Little tweaked because we had 4 beautiful episodes. We had 4 episodes that I had to scrap because all of them got screwed up.
I mean, as unfortunate as that was, in a weird way, if the commentary wasn't fun, it's better off that we just redo it.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't purposefully redo it even if the commentary were bad. Right? It's like, alright, well, that wasn't our best episode. But because this happened, it was like, well, you know what? Second chance to try to, you know...
Yeah. We were really tired during that. Yeah, I want to be back here. I want to open that chest real quick. So yeah, here we are again. I'm gonna be a little bit better than I was when I played it. Not that you would know, even. Oh, never mind. I'm lying. I've already screwed up. I forgot where I was going. Oh my god. I just did it. Why? I already forgot where I'm supposed to go. I wanted to open that chest that I, didn't run into. I think I have to go this way. Yeah, it's right here. No! Oh, come on! That was...
So what happened?
I have to be boosted to open that chest.
Okay. Alright.
And I wasn't. It just midair. Maybe the button press wasn't hard enough.
No, I think one of the things that we're gonna do.
There we go. Come on.
What I'm gonna try to do is, instead of taking up some of the time while we're playing, doing commentary.
No. Oh, gee, what?
So instead of taking some of the time in the video to do it, maybe we'll do an explanation of these things, because not many people are checking us out on our social media, so maybe it's better off that we explain these things.
Fuck it.
You know, on a separate video.
Even if we made a video, no one's gonna check the video out either. If they really want to know, oh, what happened, they have to do the research. Let them do the research.
Well, I just don't want the, you know...
Come on!
There were 2 things about this. It's like, if you do, I don't want to sound like an apologist to it, because it sucks that that those things happen, but it's not.
But they did.
But they did, and
oh, I'm not sorry.
There's not I don't want to make a separate video just apologizing, right?
What is wrong with me?
Meanwhile, I feel bad that there hasn't been content, but it shouldn't be a downer to the channel. You know what I mean? A whole separate thing to just hey, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, eh?
I'm so sorry, eh?
Sorry.
You know, that kind of thing. And Don't worry, Canada. We love you.
I think this will be. I think this will be better. I'm not going fast.
Honestly, I would love to move to Canada. That's one of those. That's one of the places that I would like to move to. Is Canada. I don't do well with cold though, but it's so nice there. I don't know if I'd want to move to Toronto or Vancouver.
I don't know.
But those are like the main places. A lot of musicians are in those areas, so that's definitely the place.
I don't remember where. There's one chest I didn't open, and I don't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, I have to fly off that handle. Can you? Oh, I know. I know what I'm doing now.
There we go.
Yeah. The nice thing about also this happening, part of the nice thing, is we can do not night flight. I don't remember what it was called, but we could do that flight that I completely skipped over and forgot all about. I mean, we tried it too. We even tried it for like a second, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we'll do this on the next episode," and then we just walked away. And
I never remember that shit.
Yeah, no, I found it kind of funny. No, what? No, what?
It's not our day today.
What? I just played this game for literally 2 hours. Why am I... Because you know why? We're recording it.
Yeah. I do, you know, the same thing happens with me when I play guitar. I'll practice a difficult part, and I'll practice and practice, set it up with the metronome, just sit there, get it up to speed, make sure my coordination is good.
Just there.
Make sure, like, you know, I have decent tone, and then I go to record and it all goes to shit.
All of it.
It does. It's amazing how much pressure will just physically fuck you up.
Oh, God.
Right?
Get the fuck... Okay, we're done. We're done. Get out.
Like, that's one of the reasons why it takes me so long to release more music. Because just recording-wise, it just... I never record well. Rhythm tracks I can do fine, but it's like the more complicated solo stuff or fast stuff, it's like you really need to be physically relaxed in order to do it, right? You can't play fast if you're tense.
No.
Then that always trips me up when I record, because you have that anticipation, you know the pressure's on. And after a while you get in the groove because you don't give a fuck anymore. And then you get some good takes.
This way. So we tried this, I hecked up, and then we just walked away from it. I meant to, while we were in our, like, 2-week rest period, I meant to make more Pokemon episodes. Pokemon Nuzlocke episodes. But I really just, you know what? I said fuck it. I don't feel like being pressured this week, and I drew, and I felt great.
Yeah.
It was really, it felt really good.
Well, sometimes you really do need to take the time to, just for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Because as much as we do this for ourselves, we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make sure everything is decent quality and up to whatever standards we feel. Because, you know, our favorite channels are really high quality. Yeah. And we want to get to that as much as possible, but we have to do it on a budget. And we have to do it ourselves. And, you know, maybe one day we'll have a dedicated editor and we'll have, like, better equipment. Who knows? But for now, like, you know, Rabies does all the editing still. And it's rough. It's a lot to go through. No, honestly, I would like to start doing some editing so I can do solo plays. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll be more, we'll figure out a way to do it. We'll turn our attention like that if you want to see more solo plays.
Solos or...
Because quite frankly, I want to add more variety. I want to add more things because Rabies and I, we play different games and we like different games. So you definitely see more shooters and more different kinds of games. Because there are a lot of games I'd like to play, but I know I couldn't make a good Let's Play out of it. Like this game, I would like to play it, but I'd be shit at it, and Rabies is much better at.
Don't say that, 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 don't say that. No! Where's the last guy? Why did you say that?
Because...
You're like, you're better at it, and then I fuck up.
You're better at it. I didn't say you were amazing. Like,
son of a bitch. I love
no, but
you.
you're good at the game. See, if I said you were amazing, you wouldn't have gotten any of them. It would have just jinxed the entire fucking thing. You would have just seen.
I suppose.
You would have just seen the cartridge. Holy shit! You would have seen the disc just snap in half.
The disc would have flown out of the console.
And just smacked us in the face.
Which is funny because it's not even a Spyro disc. Right now I have Kingdom Hearts Remix in there.
I'm super psyched for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Aww.
But it's one of those things where...
You mentioned Kingdom Hearts 3 and this got fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where there's such high expectations. It can't...
No.
It won't do poorly.
No.
But it's going to be judged unfairly.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is horrifying, right?
I should really...
Because it's been, what? It's been over 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have had a kid by now. I could have gotten married. And I would have been too busy to play it. And thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah, thank God we're unsuccessful.
I held my breath for Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, nope. Oh, come on. No, okay.
Yeah, thankfully we are unsuccessful people.
Yeah, that's why I have
so
time to play it.
So that we have all the time in the world to just...
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That could have ended so poorly.
Yeah. Thankfully,
Spyro, what are you doing?
We made the life choices we did, and life didn't work out the way we wanted, so now we have...
now we have ample time to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
This is horrifying.
Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard about it.
It is a weird thing, like, there is such a discrepancy with people that we grew up with, right? Where it's like, we were talking about this earlier, right? Where some people, they have their own house now, and they went to really good Ivy League colleges, they have their own house, they have, like, a nice car, they have a nice career, and they worked hard for it. They really did. I'm not taking anything away from that. But they were afforded an opportunity to go to those schools, right? Just purely out of their hard work and the resources that they had, because they were afforded, because they grew up in a nice area and their parents made a lot of money. But they still had to work hard in college.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not taking anything away from them.
It's just some people have a different opportunity.
But they had that opportunity to work hard for what they wanted.
Like if we wanted the same thing, there would be a lot more hoops we'd have to jump through.
Yeah, there just would be. And I'm not putting any of those people down. They're very nice people, most of them.
This one.
That I know. Okay. And then you have the other end of the spectrum, people who sometimes they made bad decisions, right? We all do. And other times it's just economically. There was no way that they were going to be able to afford, even with a scholarship, going to an Ivy League school and having an opportunity to make the six-figure salaries.
Yeah.
Right? There was just no way that was going to happen. And so they have to work harder to get up to that point, potentially, right? And it's just weird because, it's such a big discrepancy when you talk to certain people and where they are in their lives in their 20s.
Yeah, well,
especially
I
where
know,
we are in our later 20s.
Me and you definitely have like a different group of people we know.
Well, we grew up you grew up in a nice area as well.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like the people there, No one I know has... I think I know only 2 people that have completed college and gone to do what they wanted to do.
Right, I'm one of the few people who didn't do either.
But I know a lot of people who went to college, have now dropped out, and are doing things that are really just to pay for their student loans.
Right.
You know a lot of people who are now successful and have careers as opposed to just a get-by job.
Right. It's like they went to an Ivy League school, they paid $60,000 or more for a semester.
Yeah.
Because, one, they did do loans, I'm sure, but also their parents made $1 million bonuses. And their parents had to work hard for that, too. But it is one of those things where you gotta wonder how many people in that camp, in the rich camp, are happy, and you gotta wonder how many people who are working, jobs for $10 an hour are unhappy, right? Some people, that's fine. It's like whatever you want. The point isn't how much money you're making. I don't really want to throw that out there. It's more like, are you in a place in your life where you're happy with the decisions you made, right? And sometimes that does mean, you know, look, you had resources and you got what you want faster, right? You had to work really fucking hard, but you were able to do it.
Yeah, and then there are some people that just like look at it and it happens and they didn't have to do a damn thing.
Yeah, and once again, like, I grew up in a nice area, but I never gave a shit about that kind of thing. Well, that wasn't my thing.
You weren't even like thinking about things when you were in high school.
No, I was in a bad headspace, as a lot of kids are, but
you weren't in like the mindset of I'm gonna go to college.
I wasn't in the academic thing. It was just kind of like, are you going to wake up tomorrow, or are you going to still be alive, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of like where everyone around me was thinking about, how they were thinking about me was like, is he going to wake up?
A lot of kids in high school that are, you know, pretty successful usually gave a shit about their academics and stuff.
Well, they had a ton of pressure. The people that I know who are successful, they always were good academically. They were always very bright. There was my class had my grade rather had a lot of very smart people. But what I didn't understand growing up is that they worked for it. Yeah. You have people who are inherently academic and who are inherently smart, and they don't have to work as hard. But what I didn't understand as a kid was you have other people who they have to work for it. They're not geniuses, but, you know, they have a good work ethic. And I have a horrible work ethic. I'm very artsy in that sense that when I'm in a good mood, I'll do it. When I'm inspired, I'll do something. But that doesn't work in academia.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. You need that discipline. And some of my favorite guitar players and musicians, they are either ridiculously disciplined, or they're the opposite. They're just like, hey, I don't practice. When I want to pick up the guitar, I do. But if I don't pick it up for a week or so, whatever.
Oops.
And yet they can still do these amazing things, right? And be creative. But it sucks when you're a kid and you think that, you know, you're dumb because you don't understand the work. But meanwhile, it's like, no, you didn't even show up to class for a week.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the weird thing that I didn't understand about myself, is like, well, these kids are so much smarter. It's like, no, you
just didn't show up.
Like, I didn't show up to class for like weeks at a time. Of course I'm not going to understand it.
You're not going to know the material if you never learned the material.
Yeah, and admittedly, I was like the worst person to have in their like school project. Right? If you get partnered up with me, it's like, well, you're on your own. Sorry. I always felt bad about that.
When I was partnered, I always like tried my best, but if it was just me...
Okay, this fucking part.
I know. Okay.
God damn.
Alright, we could do this.
This was one of the parts that were like that.
I had Shades try it last time, and
I tried it like a few times.
You tried it a couple times.
I don't think I did poorly. I just didn't do it right. How's that for a justification? It's like,
right?
Well, it's not. With this, it's like you either did it or you didn't. You either succeeded or you failed. You can't really do okay in this, right? I like the interesting thing that my brain wouldn't let me say, oh, I just failed, which is the truth. There's no shame in that. Versus, you know, I said, oh, I didn't do that badly. Meanwhile, it's like, no, you did. You failed. This is either a success or failure thing.
I got
nice. Like, you succeeded in that. The other times you failed. But it's okay that you failed, because you eventually succeeded.
Yeah.
But, like, going back to the school thing, like, if you failed... Failure in where I grew up was like an A-. Right? There was so much pressure, and we had SAT preps in 8th grade and stuff.
That's disgusting.
And it was so much pressure that these kids, I wonder if they're happy nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, if all that pressure paid off.
Well, because I know, like, with all the stuff, like, with all the schoolwork me and you didn't do, we were, like, busy trying to figure ourselves out. So now that's what they have to do. But...
Well, yeah, I mean, that and... No, sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, like, that's that, now that, like, you know, they worked on their school, now they have to figure themselves out. We figured ourselves out, now we have to work on, like, money. You know what I mean? Like, we set ourselves up differently.
Yeah, I think you know, my mom always says, like, you know yourself in your 30s. We knew ourselves in our teen years because we were
spent all that time with it.
Well, we were faced with it in a pretty brutal way. And those guys, the Drop Dead Fred guys.
Yep. Okay, we're going to see you guys next time because we're running a little over.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We've been rambling.
We?
Where?
We?
Where?
We've been rambling?
Where? We
okay.
are the Dreamweavers.
So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.